gods gave you two hands. You used them both for your
Welcome
weapon.
back.
Respect them.
那我们现在要找出是谁拿走了号角。
No lollygagging.
You're the... visitor been poking around. I'm the innkeeper. It's my business to keep track of strangers. Attic room, eh? Well, we don't have an attic room, but you can have the one on the left. Make yourself at home. We don't get a lot of travelers here in Riverwood.
Give me a mug of ale.
Coming right up.
So you're the Dragonborn I've been hearing so much about. I think you're looking for this. We need to talk. Follow me.
Let's get going. Go on ahead. I'll stand guard.
I'm right behind you. You go on ahead.
You're not afraid of me, are you? Close the door. Now we can talk. The Greybeards seem to think you're the Dragonborn. I hope they're right. Surprised? I guess I'm getting pretty good at my harmless innkeeper act. I didn't go to all this trouble on a whim. I needed to make sure it wasn't a Thalmor trap. I am not your enemy. I already gave you the horn. I'm actually trying to help you. I just need you to hear me out. Like I said in my note, I've heard that you might be Dragonborn. I'm part of a group that's been looking for you. Well, someone like you, for a very long time. If you really are Dragonborn, that is. Before I tell you any more, I need to make sure I can trust you. If you don't trust me, you were a fool to walk in here in the first place. I knew the Greybeards would send you there if they thought you were Dragonborn. They're nothing if not predictable. When you showed up here, I knew you were the one the Greybeards sent, and not some Thalmor plant. We remember what most don't, that the Dragonborn is the ultimate dragon slayer. You're the only one that can kill a dragon permanently by devouring its soul. Can you do it? Can you devour a dragon's soul? Good, and you'll have a chance to prove it to me soon enough. We remember what most... You're the only one that can kill a dragon permanently by devouring its soul. Yes, we're very old enemies. And if my suspicions are correct, they might have something to do with the dragons returning. But that isn't important right now. What is important is that you might be Dragonborn. Dragons aren't just coming back. They're coming back to life. They weren't gone somewhere for all these years. They were dead, killed off centuries ago by my predecessors. Now something's happening to bring them back to life, and I need you to help me stop it. I know they are. I visited their ancient burial mounds and found them empty, and I figured out where the next one will come back to life. We're going to go there, and you're going to kill that dragon. If we succeed, I'll tell you anything you want to know. You should know. You got the map for me from Bleak Falls Barrow. The Dragonstone was a map of ancient dragon burial sites. I've looked at which ones are now empty. The pattern is pretty clear. It seems to be spreading from the southeast, down in the Gerals near Riften. The one at Kynesgrove is next, if the pattern holds. A few years ago, I said almost the same thing to a colleague of mine. Well, it turned out he was right and I was wrong. Kynesgrove. There's an ancient dragon burial near there. If we can get there before it happens, maybe we'll learn how to stop it. I need to get into my traveling gear. Give me a minute and I'll be ready. That's better. Let's get on the road to Kynesgrove. Orgnar, I'm traveling. You've got the inn till I get back.
Right. Happy trails.
We going? Lead the way.
We heading out? Let's get going.
Kynes Grove is this way. We can travel together or split up and meet there. Your choice. If my analysis is correct, the dragon buried near Kynes Grove will be the next to come back to life. Kynes Grove. There's an ancient dragon burial near there. If we can get there before it happens, maybe we'll learn how to stop it. Dragons are coming back, and you're a born dragon slayer. That's all you need to know right now. The Dragonstone was a map of ancient dragon burial sites. I've looked at which ones are now empty. The pattern is pretty clear. It seems to be spreading from the southeast, down in the Gerals near Riften. The one at Kynes Grove is next, if the pattern holds. The faction that rules the Aldmeri Dominion. The ones who almost destroyed the Empire during the Great War 30 years back. There's no worse enemy to humankind in Tamriel. The Empire barely survived the last war. The Thalmor don't intend to lose the next one. We hurt them in the past, and they have long memories. Come on, we've got to get to Kynes Grove.
OK， 那我们先回到我们自己的家，找马车司机带我们过去比较快。
Where do you want to go?
直接前往风拓城。
Climb and back, and we'll be off. Ever been to Windhelm? Oldest city in Skyrim by some accounts. They say the big old palace there was built by
We haven't taken a side because it's not our fight.
Hey, maybe the reason these Greyskins don't hump in the war is because they're Imperial spies.
Imperial spies? You can't be serious.
Maybe we'll pay you a visit tonight, little spy. We got ways of finding out what you really are.
Do you hate the Dark Elves? Are you here to bully us and tell us to leave? You've come to the wrong city, then. Windhelm's a haven of prejudice and narrow thinking, unworthy of one such as you. Some of these Nords will come up with any excuse to despise us. And it isn't just the Dark Elves they hate. They make a target of the Argonians as well. In fact, just about anyone who isn't a Nord is fair game for their bullying. Nothing new there. Most of the Nords living in Windhelm don't care much for us, but Rolf is the worst by far. He likes to get drunk and walk around the Grey Quarter yelling insults at us in the small hours of the morning. Oh, a real charmer, that one.
我们来到风斗城，那要交付一些简单的任务，就会离开了，因为我们还有那个刀锋卫士的主线任务在身。那只想说把这边的任务也交一交，顺便跟猎狐城相关的任务一并解完这样子。那风拓城这个城镇呢，它是属于一个较饱受族群分离的一个城市，因为他们就是领主的关系。乌瑞克啊，他就是属于偏向有种族歧视的，他认为诺德人的那个血统至高无上，所以在这里生活的异族居民并不是过得很好。像他们这边这一区就被分为是灰民区，也就是非诺德人住的地方都会被集中在这里，特别是那种非人类的族群。对，所以在这个城镇，其实如果你是玩的不是像我一样是玩诺德人的话，你可能会受到一些歧视。对，坦白说，其实我也不是很喜欢那个风暴斗篷的领主。气到有点咬舌不清了，没有啦，开玩笑的。玩游戏不会入戏太深啦，不过就是应该不会支持他啦。有人说这是统独派的选择，其实也是啊，在天梯神里面，你选择风暴斗篷是属于独立的，那如果你选择帝国的话，就属于统一的啦。但这无关现实政治立场。只是我不认为乌瑞克他这个人当上至高王或者是统治天际神会变得更好，所以之后还是会拿下他吧，在这里先埋下伏笔。不喜欢风暴斗篷他们的做法，种族歧视是不被我个人的观点所允许的了，因为不管你身为哪种种族，你的身体、你的血统只是你的生命载具而已，没有必要为了皮肤的颜色啦、来自不同的种族就加以区分、加以歧视。对，这一点倒是无论在游戏中或者是现实中，这种种族歧视是不被我个人所容许的事情。对，所以强烈不支持乌瑞克。
Name's News. I'm the cook up at Campbell's Hall.
I'll be fine.
Master, you're far too old for this sort of journey. We don't know what's inside.
I can... just...
You see, you're not well. Have a seat, and I'll fetch you some tonic.
Now, if there was a tonic that could help me, I would have found it by now.
My master can be a bit short-tempered, but I've learned so much from him. Oh dear. Darkwater Crossing needs medicines for its miners. I'll see about getting this order filled right away. Here, a few septims for you. Until next time.
I'm so close to the answer. So, you're interested in my potions and ingredients? Hope to see you again soon.
I've been a bit out of sorts since our daughter was taken from us.
My father says we need to just get on with our lives. Like it's that easy. All right, then. What can I do for you? All right, then. Need something? No.
Last girl, I told you to leave my tools alone. You have yours, and I have mine.
I didn't touch it.
Hammers don't have legs.
Did you look behind the forge? I think I saw it there.
Oh, yes. Now that you mention it, I think... Sorry about that.
Working in Windhelm is great. I get to see Ulfric up close. A word of advice. Don't buy discounted armor.
Need some metal hammered? Whether it's armor you need or a new blade, come see me.
I never expected Ulfric to live up to his legend, but he does.
Need something?
Buying and selling a
Good day to you.
assorted goods, the best selection in I'd travel more, but who wants to deal with all the soldiers
Take
these
home
days?
Windhelm's finest and
Thank
freshest
you for your
produce.
custom.
Not really. I try not to think of her. But sometimes the simplest thing will remind me.
I'd be out there fighting the Imperials right now if it wasn't for my war wound. Oh, thank you. Divines bless your kind heart. Until next time.
Spare a coin for an old woman, my lord. Up to no good, are we? I'll teach you, but it'll cost you. The divine smile on a charitable soul.
Be on the lookout. The butcher could be around any corner. After what happened to those other women, I'm worried about my own safety.
It's good to spend some time on solid land.
And anyone.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, mister. Would you like to buy some flowers? Please? Not much, but I hope you like them. They're dead. My mama died when I was little. I don't remember her very well. My father was a Stormcloak soldier. One day he left and didn't come back. I'm all alone. I try to sell flowers so I can buy food. It's not much, but what else can I do? Really? Do you have a place I could live? Oh, wow. Are you sure? You really wouldn't mind? Yay! Thanks, Mr. Papa. I promise I'll be the best daughter ever. I need to get my things and say goodbye to everyone. I'll meet you at home. Thanks. Thanks so much.
Life on the river makes for weak legs, so I do a lot of walking when we go.
Then it's true, what everyone is saying. That Aventus Aretino is doing the Black Sacrament, trying to summon the Dark Brotherhood?
Oh, Grimvar, always with the nonsense. No, of course not. Those are just tales.
Fine, then I'll invite him out to play. He lives right there. I'm going to knock on his door.
No, child, wait! That boy, that house, they are cursed.
Ha! Then I'm right, I knew it! He's trying to have somebody killed.
All right, I won't deny it, child. What you heard is true, but Aventus Aretino walks a dark path. His actions can lead only to ruin. Now, enough. We will speak no more of this. I am the only friend you need.
All the Argonians at the docks are nice to me. Good thing, too. Your father would run them off. Do you know my father? He's really important. He even talks to the Jarl sometimes. His name is Torsten Krulsey. He's really rich, because he owns a farm called Hollyfrost. He told me once that he wanted me to grow up and be a sailor, because that's where all our family names come from. But I don't want to be a sailor or a farmer. I want to be a warrior! The strongest one ever! Hey, you want to play a game? Figures. You elders are always so boring.
I try to keep Grimvar safe, but these are dangerous times. Yes, it is quite sad. A young boy, Aventus Aretino, lost his mother recently and was sent to an orphanage. But he has returned home, and people have heard strange chanting. They say it's the Black Sacrament, the ritual to contact the Dark Brotherhood. Why a little boy would want to contact a group of murderers is beyond me. But he is inviting evil into this city.
They say dragons are coming back. I want to kill one.
If you've got some time, stop by my House of Curiosity. I promise.
Sweet mother, send your child unto me, for the sins of the unworthy must be baptized in blood and fear. So very tired. Sweet mother, send your child unto me, for the sins of the unworthy must be baptized in blood and fear. Die, Grilla, die! Sweet mother, send your child unto me, for the sins of the unworthy must be baptized in blood and fear. sweet mother, send your child unto me, for the sins of the unworthy must be baptized. Blood and fear. Die, Grella, die! Sweet mother, send your You've come at last! I knew you would! It worked! I knew you'd come, I just knew it! I did the Black Sacrament over and over with the body and the things, and then you came, an assassin from the Dark Brotherhood. Of course you are. I prayed, and you came, and now you'll accept my contract. My mother, she died. I'm all alone now. So they sent me to that terrible orphanage in Riften, Honor Hall. The headmistress is an evil, cruel woman. They call her Grella the Kind, but she's not kind. She's terrible to all of us. So I ran away and came home and performed the Black Sacrament. Now you're here, and you could kill Grella the Kind! Please hurry. To be honest, I'm kind of lonely here. As much as I hated getting sent to Honor Hall, I really miss my friends there. It's Honor Hall Orphanage in Riften. Grodd is the headmistress of Honor Hall Orphanage, but not for long. It's Honor Hall Orphanage in Riften. She got sick last winter when the snows came, and she never got better, not all year. One night, she fell asleep and never woke up. So now I'm all alone, and the Jarl said I have to go into Honor Hall Orphanage. It's not fair! I've never been more sure about anything in my entire life. Someone like Broad doesn't deserve to live one more day. She's a monster! I have a family heirloom you can have. Supposed to be sort of valuable. I hope that's all right. Please hurry. To be honest, I'm kind of lonely here. As much as I hated getting sent to Honor Hall, I really miss my friends there.
I need to get my things and say goodbye to everyone. I'll meet you at home. Thanks.
I know this place looks horrible. Please, don't hold it against the company. Sad, isn't it? We can't afford to keep the place running since these attacks started. Pirates, you see. Raiding all along the coast, from Hammerfell to Vardenfell. Only the Shattershields appear safe. A very powerful family in Windhelm. They run a private shipping operation and would love to have the docks to themselves. Wouldn't surprise me if they were in league with the pirates somehow. Not yet, no. But perhaps an intrepid person such as yourself could help with that? They have a dark elf who oversees their operations, Suveris Atherin. She's meticulous to a fault, and keeps a logbook with every transaction she makes. If it were to somehow end up in my hands, I wouldn't argue. Our own security forces are limited, and all the mercenaries are tied up in this ridiculous war. We don't even know their base of operations, and attacking single ships won't really solve the problem. They call themselves the Bloodhawkers. They've been around as long as I can remember, but only recently focused on our ships. A dastardly group, but they're more than simple brigands. Shrewd, clever, not to be trifled with. All right then.
As if Skyrim didn't have enough outsiders. Now we've got mercenaries from... My friend's strutting.
We're one of the same kind, you and I. I'm glad to have met you. Looking for shipping? We always offer better service than the East Empire Company.
It's no secret the Aretino boy is doing some ritual, trying to call the Dark Brotherhood. But who's going to stop him? Me?
If you get me the logbook, I'll have proof of Shattershield's treachery. How did you get it? No, never mind. I probably shouldn't know. I see. It looks like Severus has been traveling to Dawnstar to meet with a pirate crew there. Get to Dawnstar and see what you can find out about these rogues. I'd wager they won't be too far from the tavern. Try to find out where their fortress is. The captain, Stig Saltplank, has to know something.
I mostly deal with petty thievery and drunken brawls. Been too long since we've had a good hand.
If you're looking for passage to Solstein, too bad. I'm not going back.
If you're looking for passage, talk to Captain Gjallan.
Sure. Yeah, that's me. Why? Who sent you? Now, hold on. That wasn't my fault. I didn't know they were going to attack anybody. I don't even know how I got here. It's hard to explain. I remember those people with the masks coming on board. Then, the next thing I remember, I was here, and they were gone. And that's not right, losing whole days like that. There's been something strange going on there for a while. But after this, I'm done. I'm not going back to Solstein. Have you been listening to me? I'm not going back there. Whatever you want. The answer isn't going to be any different later, though.
If you're looking for passage, talk to Captain Gjallan.
Talk to Captain Gjallan if you're looking to book passage.
So, you don't know what freedom really means. The North Wind is my mistress, and I'm her master. I don't tolerate any disloyalty. You looking for work? Got a sailor who thought running a gang of thieves would be more money than hauling my cargo. You make an example of that gang, I'll give you a year's worth of pay. Coward. Right. See you round.
I'm a lot happier out here on the deck than I am wandering around in that ruin of a city. Take my leave, then.
I used to be an adventurer like you. Then I took an arrow in the knee.
You don't want to go up there! A dragon! It's attacking!
Well, I don't know. Not yet. It flew over the town and landed on the old dragon mound. I don't know what it's doing up there, but I'm not waiting around to find out.
It might be too late.
Salokunir, Zil Gro Dova Ursa.
Steady. Let's watch and wait. This is worse than I thought.
Alduin Thuri, Oantid Vokriha Sulikse Juntuzig. Ger Salokunir, Kalinir. Forlusai Dovakin. Zuku, Korav Nid Nor Dove to hide. You do not even know our tongue, do you? Such arrogance. To dare take for yourself the name of Dova. Salokunir, Kri Dar Jur.
Good. I can use the practice.
Yes, I am the Dragon Boy.
I owe you some answers, don't I? Go ahead. Whatever you want to know. Nothing held back. Not a damn thing. I was just as surprised as you to find that big black dragon here. I'm one of the last members of the Blades. A very long time ago, the Blades were dragon slayers, and we served the Dragonborn, the greatest dragon slayer. For the last 200 years since the last Dragonborn Emperor, the Blades have been searching for a purpose. Now that dragons are coming back, our purpose is clear again. We need to stop them. Really? Where? Interesting. Same dragon. Damn it, we're blundering around in the dark here. We need to figure out who's behind it all. Exactly. Nobody even remembers our name these days. We used to be known across Tamriel as the protectors of the Septim Emperors. Those days are long gone, though. For the last 200 years, we've been searching for the next Dragonborn to guide and guard, as we are sworn to do. But we never found one, until now. The first thing we need to do is figure out who's behind the dragons. The Thalmor are our best lead. If they aren't involved, they'll know who is. The faction that rules the Aldmeri Dominion. The ones who almost destroyed the Empire during the Great War 30 years back. There's no worse enemy to humankind in Tamriel. The Empire barely survived the last war. The Thalmor don't intend to lose the next one. Nothing solid, yet. But my gut tells me it can't be anybody else. The Empire had captured Ulfric. The war was basically over. Then a dragon attacks, Ulfric escapes, and the war is back on. And now the dragons are attacking everywhere, indiscriminately. Skyrim is weakened. The Empire is weakened. Who else gains from that but the Thalmor? Before the Great War, the Blades helped the Empire against the Thalmor. Our Grand Master saw them as the greatest threat to Tamriel. At the time, that was true. Maybe it still is. So we fought them in the shadows, all across Tamriel. We thought we were more than a match for them. We were wrong. If we could get into the Thalmor embassy, it's the center of their operations in Skyrim. Problem is, that place is locked up tighter than a miser's purse. They could teach me a few things about paranoia. I'm not sure yet. I have a few ideas, but I'll need some time to pull things together. Meet me back in Riverwood. If I'm not back when you get there, wait for me. I shouldn't be long. Keep an eye on the sky. This is only going to get worse. Do you need something? What do you need, Dragonborn? I'll see you back in Riverwood. What is it? The Blades have always guarded and guided the Dragonborn, but we'd forgotten why. Now our purpose is clear. I'm all that's left of the Blades, and you're the Dragonborn. Together, we're going to stop these dragons if we have to put every last one of them back in the ground. The Thalmor happened. They've been hunting down every blade they can find for the past 30 years. Thanks to the White Gold Concordat, they've been able to operate throughout the Empire with impunity. The Great War. Only 30 years passed and already ancient history to most people. Seems to me like it just ended. It's never really ended for me. But to answer your question, the White Gold Concordat was the fancy name they put on the peace treaty between the Empire and the Thalmor. It ended the war and saved the Empire to fight another day. Also trampled on the sacred name of Talos, and gave the Thalmor free rein to stamp out Talos worship throughout the Empire. There's no simple answer to that. You want the long version or the short version? They're the rulers of the Aldmeri Dominion, what used to be the imperial provinces of Somerset Isle and Valenwood. The Thalmor take the arrogance of high elves to the extreme. They believe they are the rightful rulers of all of Tamriel. For a century or more, the Thalmor had been picking away at the Empire. Valenwood was the first, then the province of Elsewhere. But even the Blades didn't see the Great War coming. We underestimated the Thalmor, and they destroyed us. The Thalmor happened. Thanks to the White Gold Concordat, they've been able to operate throughout the part of the cost of peace. Emperor Titus Mede saved his empire at a very high price. A price that included the Blades. The Nords didn't like the peace treaty much either. 30 years later, the Empire ends up with the Stormcloak Rebellion on its hands. No doubt exactly as the Thalmor intended. The Thalmor, thanks to the White Gold Concordat, they've been able to operate through. When I was young, our leaders became obsessed with the Thalmor threat. They believed that if and when we found a Dragonborn, we would need to protect him against the Thalmor. Turns out we fatally underestimated the Thalmor. They smashed us with ease during the Great War. I was one of the few who escaped. For a long time, all I cared about was staying alive and taking revenge on the Thalmor when I could. But then the dragons returned, and I remembered that the Blades used to be dragon slayers, and that we were sworn to protect the Dragonborn, the greatest dragon slayer of all. I'll see you back in Riverwood.
I've been looking for you. Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only. Let's see here. A letter. Not sure who from. He wouldn't say, just that he was a friend of yours. Looks like that's it. Got to go.
真的找不到他刚才给我什么东西，原本以为是信啊，可是也没看到了。
I've never seen you before. Leave me alone.
If you bring mead, you're welcome here. Even if you don't, you're still welcome. Yes, I've wandered a bit, but I always come back to Kynes Grove. My clan was one of the first to settle here. Legend says that my forefather Lena discovered the mines after he stumbled into a dark cave to relieve himself. Too much mead. Of course, there's another story of Lena losing the family shield in a different cave. So it depends on who you believe. Well, I never claimed otherwise. Yeah, legend says that my... Of course, there's another... According to my grandfather, at least. He swore that version of the legend was true. Even found the cave old Lena stumbled into. Hey, if you find it, I could show you some of the clan's favorite fighting moves. They're all shield techniques. Well, a lifetime of study, you might say. The best comes from Riften, but I haven't been there in years. Ever tried making your own? It's, not easy, trust me. Hopefully that story about Lena's shield is true.
My pa runs this town, and you're going to be in big trouble if you mess with me.
Seen the remnants of the grove? That? Well, that was me. Me and my sister. We got the mill up and running before we found out that the big stand of trees on the hill was sacred. Now we can't cut them, and we can't afford to buy another mill somewhere else. So we scrounge whatever we can from around the tundra.
Nope. Sorry. Nothing.
Why are you still here?
Did you see my husband already? I'm sorry. He can come off a bit rough at times. Poor Rogie. If you're feeling charitable, buy the Nordham mead. He's good for it. He's been in Kynes Grove forever. Great storyteller. Keeps everyone's spirits up. Owes me a lot of coin for drinks. I keep telling him not to worry about it, but he's got the stubborn Nord blood. Damn fool doesn't have the coin to pay me back, so he just beats himself up over it, and then he gets thirsty and it cycles all over again. If you could convince him that I don't care about his tab, it'd certainly make me feel better. Until next time. I hope you'll stay for a bit. We could certainly use the business. Sure thing. It's yours for a day.
But Papa was going to take me hunting tomorrow. Why can't Froa?
Yeah, because I'm telling you to.
Came here to start a lumber mill. Who knew the Nords cared about a bunch of old trees?
If it's malachite you're after, you've come to the right place. I'll pay for any you dig up out of steam-scorched. So it seems the milk drinkers were right. That dragon was nearly the death of us. All we can do now is rebuild. Kjeld speaks for Kynesgrove. Anyone who says otherwise is aching for a fight. People say there's someone in Riften that can change your face. Make you look completely different. Do you believe that? Until next time.
I hope you'll stay for a bit. We could certainly use the business.
Rogi and I do the work around here.
Well, this is really quite a nice town when you get down to it. Just look at the view.
I visited the meaderies of Riften once, as a lad. Oh, wish I had their skill. What do you think I am? A beggar? My family has always paid back every single coin we owed, going back to Tiber Septim's time. I guess you're right. A Nord shouldn't be so proud to turn down a kind soul's generosity. Tell Idra I'll be fine. Mm-hmm.
An outsider? No reason to stop in Kynesgrove. Keep moving.
Got some nice comfy beds at the Braidwood Inn if you're looking to flop down somewhere. Huh? It'll be good to not have to hear him whining about his debts. Rogi pawned a few of his things back when he still had things to pawn. Take them. Yeah, mm-hmm.
Working our mine is dangerous work, but Dravnia keeps it going.
The mine's always on the verge of collapse.
The promise of more
Morrowind used to be a lovely place. But nosy one, huh? I was a mage back in Morrowind. I lend my talents to the mines here, helping them keep the tunnels safe. By Azura, it gets hot in there. I use frost salts for a potion to keep the heat bearable, but I'm out. If you want to go to the trouble, feel free. I suppose I could offer you a bit of free alteration training when you get back.
Oh, you old charmer.
Well, well. You actually did what you said you were going to do. I'm impressed. Here, let me teach you a thing or two about alteration magic. It's the least I can do.
I'm gonna need your help.
But Papa was going to take me hunting tomorrow.
I don't think you're old enough for that yet. You can help me salt the cheese curd.
Safe travels.
Why can't Froa do it?
Because I'm telling you to.
My pa runs this town, and you're going to be in big trouble if you mess with me.
Most people in Skyrim don't care for Dunmer. Rogi's the only one around here even half decent.
Oh, great. Another wanderer. Slumming it on your way to Windhelm?
If you like meat so much, why not go live in Riften?
Oh, I wouldn't be able to help them. Their skills
Wouldn't even
were
be
given by
here
the
if it weren't for my
divines.
idiot
Maybe
sister.
Be a taster or something.
Haha, but I can do that right here. Right now.
You don't look so tough. I'll bet I could take you.
entrance to a dwarven city. All manner of strange traps and machines will be inside.
You will suffer at my hand!
My brother keeps trying to spin these fantasies to me about my aunts and our father. He's crazy.
The great stronghold of Narzelbur welcomes you, outsider. Yes, I earned the right by slaying my father in single combat. One day, I will have a son who will challenge me when I become too old to lead, and the stronghold will have a new chief. Until then, I alone have the right to have wives and children. It ensures our strength. How about a test? Your muscle against mine. The victor gains 100 gold coins from the loser. Come to purchase ebony? Our gloom-bound mine runs thick with black veins. The blessings of the mine have been many, but I have no mate to share them. Been married many times, but the gods keep taking them from me. The Code of Malakath. It is both tradition and law in the strongholds. Break the code, and you must pay blood price. The code is not written anywhere. It is known and carried on by the orcs, and all who live in the strongholds follow it. For an outlander, following it is simple. Do not steal or attack anyone in the stronghold, or be ready to pay in gold or blood. Until next time. Looking to work? The mines are nearby. Haven't you seen how my aunts act with my father? It's beyond strange. It is said that an orc first learns to wield a hammer in his mother's womb. By tradition, a mother always teaches her children how to smith. If a chief has a second wife, she is called the Forge Wife, in honor of this. Fight well.
suppose you think you're better than me because you can do that. Come on, let's see you put up a fight. You think you stand a chance? What?
My thanks. I feel better.
never should have come here.
I've had enough of you. You can't win this.
OK， 由于时间的关系，我想我们今天冒险就到这。那明天会去交任务，还有顺便去解附近的洞穴任务。那我们下回再见，拜拜。